Melanie has asked me to talk about Corner Maker. This is a lovely facility where you can take any continuous line pattern and turn it into a corner to be used in borders and later on. Now, as the documentation here explains, you just take your continuous line pattern and move it about till you're happy with it. But the other bit here, the important bit is that once you've finished, and it does make it nice and easy, you have to take it into PatternCAD to finish off the editing. So there's a fair bit of PatternCAD needed, some knowledge, but let me just show you what I mean. So let's come back a bit. So we're in PatternCAD, and the feature is available in plugins. So there's Corner Maker. Now, as the documentation was saying, you can pick any of the straight line patterns you have, continuous lines. I'm going to pick, what shall I pick? I'm going to pick the beanie because it is near Christmas. Now, the joy of this is you just click on one and you can slide it along, and the theory is to bring the start and end points together. Now you can do that here, and if you click OK, it will then take you into PatternCAD. But I don't really like that because you've got a crossover. You could take this into PatternCAD and remove one of those crossover lines, or the other feature it tells you about here is doing an elbow pattern, and that chucks a third one in the corner. So if we click on elbow pattern here, we now get a third. Now we want to maneuver that so it's sort of fill in the corner. Then when we slide those backwards and forwards, we can slide them so that we're close. Then there'll be no overlap here, but you'll notice that the start and end aren't on the same, so we need to edit those in PatternCAD. So if we just click OK, that then brings us in here. Zoom in. All we need to do is join that line to that line. Now we can either do it coming over here, or we can just whoops, I'm in draw, so I need edit. Let's just take this one down and pop it onto here. Zoom in on that. Join them together. Now we don't really like that. We want to change that line. So let's change it so it's a spline, and we can then just move that up so it's there. So there's that one joined. What we really want to do is join that one onto there. So we need, let's take that pattern out there, delete that. Let's just have a look in Optimize. So the start point's there. So we want to copy this segment. You notice when I copied it, still left that highlighted, so I want to unselect. Then if we use select section, then highlight the new bit and bring it over here. Then if we optimize, we'll see that turn that round. Boom. We'll be able to join that on there. So let's go 1. See, a lot of it is playing in Pattern CAD. It's learning or knowing how to edit Pattern CAD. Let's unselect that. Now if we optimize, we'll see that section's there. We now just need to join those 2 dots together. Then optimize. Now we have a nice corner hat. You can curl that round more, or you could have actually moved that round there with a curl. That might have been better. But once you've done that, I always like to flatten my patterns because oddly enough it makes them quicker to save. Don't know why, but it does. So we're going to border set and we'll say beanie or penny or beanie corner. So now when you come to do your borders, you can select corner pattern, go pattern, corner, you can do your beanie corner, and then you can do your border, your beanie. And that's what Corner Maker is for. You have to be quite happy with using Pattern CAD to get the best from it. But I've got some other videos on how to play with Pattern CAD, so I'm hoping that's helpful.